And it's time for the Horror Guys once again. I am Kevin.
Now I'm Brian.
And we're going to talk about some horror movies that we saw this last week.
Wait, we do horror movies here?
We do.
At horrorguys.com?
We do.
Horrorweekly.com? Horrormonthly.com? And we do horror?
We're kind of known for that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got 4 new ones, and I was going to say classic, but it's, I guess 30 years old is a classic.
It's
an oldie.
In the 90s didn't used to be old.
30 years is, 1995. Time flies.
Yeah. Well, what do we have?
We have Shelby Oaks. I wonder what that's about.
Trees.
Yeah, probably. And we have no choice. We have to watch Compulsion. We have a compulsion to watch it. And Alma and the Wolf will be stopping by before we see Operation Undead. That sounds ominous.
It certainly does.
And there's the final film of the second Godzilla era, which was 1995, and that is Godzilla Vs Destoroyah.
Destoroyah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess there's a story there where they were going to call it Destroyer, but they couldn't copyright that.
Destroyer is a very, generic word. They couldn't copyright it.
But if they name the animal Destoroyah, then, hey, boom, copyright.
Which is how all the Japanese people say it anyway.
So, perfect. Yeah.
Maybe the dumbest title ever, but there's a legal reason.
But, yeah, there's a reason for it.
All right, so don't forget, the latest issue of Horror Monthly, issue 50, is available right this very second. 51 will be out by the end of the week. And it's got some good stuff in it. All those reviews ready for you to read.
Nice.
But this week we watched movies. Where are we going to start?
We should start with Shelby Oaks.
Directed by Chris Stuckman. Written by Sam Liz and Chris Stuckman. Stars Camille Sullivan, Sarah Durn. Hour and 31 minutes. Trailer in the usual place in the show notes.
Small cast there.
I think I forgot to type in more names. Okay. There's more people in it than that.
There are, yeah.
Spoiler free. It's a mix of documentary, found footage, and standard movie format that mixes the three smoothly together. After a quartet of paranormal investigators vanish, the sister of one of them starts an obsessive investigation of her own, looking for answers.
I bet she finds some.
She does find some, and it's thoroughly creepy. We both thought the movie improved as it went along, with a stronger second half, and we give it a thumbs up.
Yeah, I liked this one.
It started out found footage, and I'm like, oh, not again. But it gave that up kind of quickly.
And, it evolved quickly. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah.
What happens?
Well, we're told that Riley, who is the host of Paranormal Paranoids, went missing in 2008. And we watch an old video of her talking about being scared. That was the last time anyone saw her alive.
Have you ever listened or watched any of those paranormal podcasts?
I have, yeah.
Any good?
It's hit and miss.
You're totally convinced, right?
No. Oh. No, I have yet to be actually convinced, no. Some are really well done, and some are not so well done, but at the heart of all of them is my skepticism that says, yeah, I don't believe these are real. But, yeah, it is what it is. Well, this is in Dark County, Ohio, where we hear news reports about Riley and her whole team going missing. So there was others with her that they all vanished. Well, could it have been a hoax? There's some debate. Mia, Riley's sister, has been searching for her for the past 12 years. We're in 1920. We cut to people talking about this new thing called YouTube and how it created a whole type of paranormal researcher. We watch one old clip that took place in an abandoned prison, and Riley was never the same afterward. And they never really got famous until after their disappearance.
Which is why some people think it may have been a hoax.
Yeah, because suddenly they're popular. More popular than when they were, doing it. Well, the last evidence of the group was at a place called, Shelby Oaks. It's a place. It's a modern ghost town. Eventually, the three of the team were found, dead and mutilated. But Riley's body was never found. And we see that clip again. This time we see a creepy figure standing outside the window behind Riley. "Mia, she's back," she said. Well, Mia talks about Riley's visions from when she was little. And as the interviewer and Mia finishes up, a man comes to the door. "She finally let me go," he says, before he shoots himself in the head. That was abrupt. And credits roll. In his hand is a tape labeled Shelby Oaks, and Mia steals it.
And a mystery unfolds.
She watches the tape and sees some stuff, and then sees some more stuff, and
Goes places and does things and meets people, and oh my.
oh, it's quite an adventure. Yeah, it is.
Yeah, well, like we said, a lot of the beginning is found footage, but it moves away from that as Mia starts investigating. After that point, it starts picking up, and it gets pretty good.
Yeah, and I was skeptical initially because, like, oh, it's a found footage documentary. There's 4 of them that disappeared. It's like, oh, this isn't anything we haven't seen before. But then it really does diverge and gets
Yes.
interesting, and it is different.
Yeah, we like the last half quite a bit. The sets, music, lighting, and pacing all lend themselves to a very suspenseful mystery. We don't know what's going on. And you see just enough to know what's happening, but they don't beat you over the head with the monsters and the gore. It's very good.
Yeah, the real abandoned locations were good, perfect. There's a prison and a amusement park and town and, some cool stuff there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And an interesting bit on trivia that I saw, it says in one of the posters promoting the movie, there are the names of all the people who contributed to the movie hidden in the poster. There were over 14,000 people because of the crowdfunding.
Sounds like an AI project.
Yeah. But,
Well, I guess
it was a good one. I liked it.
Okay. I guess we have to tell you about the next one.
I'm compulsed to do so.
It's Compulsion from 2025. Directed by Neil Marshall, written by Charlotte Kirk and Neil Marshall, stars Charlotte Kirk, Matthew Camilleri, and Zach McGowan. Hour and 45 minutes. Trailer in the show notes.
Mm-hmm.
Spoiler free.
Well, there's a masked and disguised. I can't speak. There's a masked and disguised killer on the loose.
Oh, no, not again.
In Malta, of all places.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, it's an island. Look on the map to see where it is. It's a small place. It has the hint of the horror elements, but it's really a sexy and violent murder mystery, mostly.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah. The deaths are very bloody. Contrast to the beautiful people in the settings. The script, however, it's clever, but it's kind of flawed. We both thought it was very entertaining, but it has some issues. And sadly, we can't discuss those issues because that would totally be spoilers for the mystery.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you want to read all about it on the website, you can.
HorrorGuys.com.
Yep, there you go.
HorrorWeekly.com.
Yeah.
Full spoilers.
Why don't you give people a little taste?
We open on various shots in and around Malta.
It's a beautiful place.
Someone in a black outfit climbs the ladder on the side of a building at night. They break in through a balcony and skulk around. The person in black watches as the man who lives in the house gets ready for a shower. Then the intruder slashes the man to death rather excessively.
Mm-hmm.
We pull back and see that the killer is a woman in a full-body BDSM suit.
Oh, my.
Oh my, yes. Well, Detective Claudia arrives on the scene, and immediately I'm figuring it's her.
She was an immediate suspect.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
The chief explains the case to her. She's never done a case like this before, so he assigns Detective Crawford to her as a partner. Also, turns out the chief is her father.
Okay.
Nepotism in Malta, the subtitle. Evie is on vacation in Malta, just arrived, and she gets a very annoying taxi driver. She's got a rich father whose isolated country home she's going to stay at, and she's also got an attitude.
Well, the taxi driver doesn't help. He's kind of obnoxious. He's obviously attracted to her and kind of lecherous.
He's very obnoxious, yes.
Yeah, he's coming on too strong, and she's not into him, and he won't take no for an answer. Yeah.
Well, she listens to neighbor Diane and her boyfriend Reese arguing from quite a ways away. They have the house next door, and they're quite loud.
Mm-hmm.
Evie then runs into Diane at the local store, and they talk. Meanwhile, the two detectives look at security footage of the bondage killer. The killer is probably not one of the locals. Did you catch why they decided that?
No, not specifically.
Okay. Diane tells Evie about the murder on the ride back home. Evie mentions that she just broke up with a girlfriend. Back at the house, neighbor Reese invites Evie out for dinner tomorrow night. Evie notices that she can see right through their windows from her room, and she really likes what she sees.
Yeah, they have naughty time and she watches.
Later, Diane and Reese talk about Evie's rich father and how to get his money.
Oh, so that's what they're about.
Reese planned to seduce Evie, but she's a lesbian, so that's not going to fly.
Plan B? Diane will do it.
Yeah, the next day, Diane goes to see Evie at her house. We get a flashback to Diane watching Evie's stepfather, Mason, getting into the safe. So there's a safe in the house that only Evie's father can enter.
The problem is it's a biometric. It uses his eye print to open it.
Yeah, so Evie can't do it.
Yeah.
Well, she scopes out that lock on the safe as Evie gets dressed, and then Diane gets to work seducing Evie, which isn't especially hard.
So their plan basically is they think they can seduce Evie, who will get her father there, and then they can open the safe.
It goes badly.
It goes badly. It does not go according to plan. And meanwhile, there's murders going on.
And detectives.
There's this disguised killer going around bumping people off. Yeah.
There are numerous bloody murders, a head in a suitcase, and some extreme fights. But calling this one a horror movie may be a stretch.
Yeah.
It's a sort of whodunit, but we don't really get that many clues as to who the murderer's identity is. In the end, it mostly makes sense, but there are some plot holes that we both picked up right away.
Mm-hmm.
Still, it was interesting all the way through. It was well shot, looked good throughout. Some of the actors' accents were pretty bad. That's just the way some international films are. It's pretty decent, but only just barely horror.
I was entertained, though.
Yeah, I thought it was good, yeah.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Not best of the week category, but good.
Just some issues with the
I
script.
do not regret the movie.
No, I don't regret seeing it.
Alma and the Wolf is next. Sounds like a fairy tale, don't it?
It does.
Directed by Michael Patrick Jan, written by Abby Miller, stars Ethan Embry, Lee Jun Lee, and Jeremy Harris. Hour and 29 minutes. Trailer in the show notes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a police officer with personal issues responds to a wolf attack out in the woods. Things get more complicated from there when he and us start having a hard time telling what's real and what's going on. The acting is good, the effects are very cool, it's short, and it moves well. The things are strange in the movie, but mostly explained in the end. I think we both liked it very much.
Very much, yes. I'm gonna.
I am too.
I'm gonna go with this as winner of the week.
I knew you were gonna say that. Yeah, I will too. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we're in the Pacific Northwest for this one. The sheriff's deputy, Wren, stands on the seashore carrying a red balloon, and then he gets a call and goes to investigate. On the way, he passes a girl walking on the side of the road, and she's not looking too well. Well, he recognizes Alma and takes her in for questioning. Wren assumes that she was raped or attacked, but she calls him a dummy and says her dog was killed.
That's not her blood.
A wolf and a bunch of goats did it. But she was drunk, so who knows, what exactly happened. Eventually, he does get the full story out of her, and it's kind of weird.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. Well, Wren explains that wolves are protected, and killing one is a felony. Elma's all about, go kill this wolf that killed my dog, and saying, well, I can't do that. So, well, Alma and Wren used to be a thing back in high school, and neither of them is looking too successful at the moment, but he does promise to kill the wolf for her, kind of reluctantly. Wren goes to his son Jack's game, and it's clear that none of the townspeople much like him. Jack's mother Connie is there too, and she hates Wren as well.
He's not just a sheriff's deputy, he's also the town drunk.
Yeah, and divorced, and there's a whole custody argument. And Connie's new husband is there, too, further complicating things. Yeah. Well, that night, Wren goes off looking for the wolf that killed Alma's dog. He finds the goats she described, but they aren't normal goats.
No, they
are
not.
Weird goats. Unfortunately, he also finds Alma's dog leash, all that's left of the dog. And when he sees the wolf, he does fire his gun, but then he sees it turn into a wolf man.
A very cool-looking wolf man, I'll add.
Who says, I am the wolf and you are the weasel. And then it charges him. But he's still pretty drunk, so who knows what he actually saw. In the morning, the sheriff mentions that the lieutenant position is up between Wren and Murph. Murph brings in banana bread for the boss.
Suck up.
Yep. Alma comes in, looking much cleaner and happier, and wants to hear about the wolf last night. She guilt trips him into a date. Jack comes over and talks about a talent scout that saw him at the big game.
Things are looking pretty good for Wren right now.
Yeah, the date with Alma goes really well, except elsewhere the wolf man attacks Jack.
Let's stop with that.
Yeah, and then things escalate from there.
Yeah. Well, seeing as how most of the characters are drunk half the time, it's kind of a what's going on here kind of story.
Especially Ren. He's a heavy drinker.
Is this all real, or is Ren just losing his mind? Or is it something else entirely? It's a mystery that doesn't seem at all real, but then again, maybe it is. Ren is damaged goods, and Ethan Embry does really well with his tormented character.
Yeah, it's the title is Alma and the Wolf, but it's also more, Ren and his angst.
It's Ren's story. Yeah.
Ren and his angst would be a good title, too.
The bits with the Wolfman, and the goats are really cool looking. It could probably be debated that it's not a horror movie, but it certainly looks like one, and I liked it quite a bit.
Yep, so did I. Yeah. I was expecting something else going into it, and it delighted me that it didn't quite go in that direction, and yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, I was totally expecting like a fairy tale werewolf movie from that title.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the effects are cool.
It's not that.
Yeah, overall, a thumbs up. Operation
Undead, on the other hand, sounds like a military movie.
It does.
That's exactly what it is. Directed by Kamgiat Komsiri.
Oh my. Yeah, I'm going to let you say these names.
Yeah, good luck with that.
It is Thai. It's a Thailand movie.
Stars Tawachanan Darayan, Akarat Nimichai, and Seiji Ozeki. Hour and 50 minutes. That's probably as good as I'm going to get with those names. Spoiler free, what happens?
Well, early in World War II is where we are, and the Japanese bring an experimental biological weapon to their frenemy Thailand.
I wasn't sure whose side who was on at this point. I thought they were enemies in the beginning, but they're technically allies. They're just not real good allies.
Not real good allies, and Japan is really dominating Thailand, really bullying them. We can't fault how it was made. The effects and the acting is all really great, and there is a complete and kind of poignant story, but it was really kind of long and drawn out, we thought, and we found ourselves bored with some of it.
Maybe in the original language that some of those pauses and delays made more sense, the way they tell stories over there.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think it was a lot too slow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we open in Thailand during World War II. The junior soldiers all get their photos taken and introduce themselves. Huh. Now we know who all the characters are.
Yeah, we do.
They sneak up on a tent where another junior soldier is having sex with a prostitute. They all pay their fee and go in as well.
Well, not all of them. Some of them stand out and peep through. And,
yes, they don't have the money.
Pleasure themselves.
They don't have
watching.
a nickel or whatever.
Yeah.
The captain shows up and catches them all in the act. They all run away, but he catches them, and then they all go have fun at the beach. They weren't in as much trouble as they thought.
Yeah, they're all getting along good.
Mick, one of the soldiers, hears from his girlfriend Penn that he's going to be a father. He asks her to marry him. He's already got a ring and everything. Suddenly, a man runs up and says he's seen a bunch of iron ships with guns just over the horizon. The enemy is about to attack. We get then cut to the leadership that discusses war strategy and talks about a special weapon they've been developing.
Uh-oh.
We see grainy footage of what appears to be a man becoming a zombie. They're going to use it as a last resort.
What could go wrong?
Well, we're going to find out. Mech and his brother Mock.
These are shortened names of their real
Are
names.
they?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can just imagine their mother at dinner time yelling at the door, Mech, Mock, Mock, Mech. Mech and Mock are called to duty. Their father's already been killed. Mock wants to run away to a friend's house, but Mech wants to serve his country as a patriot. There's a pretty major battle. Afterward, we see a crate on the shore with a zombie inside. I think it's that same man we saw in the video. He was our test subject.
Mm-hmm.
Mock did go to fight, and now he's regretting it. After avoiding the zombies, he dies in quicksand. Nope, he's rescued by the zombies, who eat him.
Oops.
There's so much quicksand in movies.
There is. It's still a trope.
Well, maybe it's not in Thailand. Maybe they got lots of... Maybe quicksand's on every corner there.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
All right, well, skipping down here to the bottom, we don't see many views of World War II that aren't from the viewpoint of one of the major powers. So this Thailand film was kind of interesting for that alone.
Yeah, I thought so. And
they're not the major players, they're just kind of pawns.
Yeah, pawns for Japan, yeah.
These are definitely the brain-eating zombie variety, and the fast ones at that. Even more important, these zombies can talk and organize, which is kind of unique. I guess they're really just sick people. They're not like, well, have you been chewing on their dead? Yeah, they're
zombie,
dead.
They're zombie. Yeah, they're the undead. Yeah.
It's got some pretty good gore effects as the zombies eat through people's heads. There's this one scene early on where the camera turns and sees this guy, and he's looking funny. And then we see that the top half of its head is really the zombie standing behind him, and he's lost half his head. Mm-hmm. Very cool effect.
Yum, yum.
On the other hand, it is very long and drawn out. Yeah, I kind of dozed off at a couple points.
Oh, I don't blame you. It's an hour and 50 minutes, and it seemed it. But the gore is excessive and over the top when it happens. If you're a gore fan and a zombie fan, you might want to check this one out.
It's not bad. It's just kind of long.
Yeah, I agree.
1995's Godzilla Vs Destoroyah. Directed by Ishiro Honda, Takeo Okawara, Koji Hashimoto. Written by Kiru Kamigiku, Koichi Kawakita, and Yusuke Nakano. Stars Takuro Tatsumi, Yoko Ishimo, Yosafumi Hayashi. Hour and 43 minutes. Fairly long one.
This one, I'm going to spoiler free. It starts out right off the bat with creature action, and it doesn't let up. There's Godzilla and other creatures, and humans with a new super duper fighting ship. It's the last movie of the Heisei era, until the next era started in 1999. And it was a pretty worthy finish. There's lots of action and entertainment. Very science fiction-y. I enjoyed it.
It wasn't my favorite, but it was good.
It wasn't my favorite, but I enjoyed it, yeah.
A plane spots Godzilla out in the ocean, and he seems to be on fire. He soon shows up in Tokyo and starts his usual hijinks. Except this time he's glowing all over and making steam.
Looking overheated there.
He's very hot.
Yeah.
As some credits roll. We waste no time getting back to Tokyo's destruction. Scientists convene and talk about how he looks so different now. The American scientists explain that Godzilla's internal nuclear reactor has gone haywire. Kenichi Yamana comes up with a theory, and we soon get to meet him. He's some kind of misunderstood genius, and the son of a Godzilla expert. He refuses to work at G-Force until he finds out that Mickey is working there, and then he's all on board. He's a Godzilla fanboy.
Yep.
We cut to a man being interviewed about his invention, a device that makes tiny micro-oxygen atoms. It could be used as a weapon, but he just wants to use it to make larger fish. The interviewer is Yukari, who's Kenichi's sister. His aunt wants to talk about Serizawa's work from the very first movie, who invented an oxygen bomb weapon to use against Godzilla.
And that's the same actress, too.
Yes, much from 1954.
I thought that was cool, yeah.
Was that 41 years later?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Yeah, so a lot of this hinges on that Serizawa stuff from the first movie, which I don't think we've ever come back to with that oxygen bomb.
I thought that was cool how they tied it back to that, though.
Yeah, in the first movie, they killed Godzilla by blowing up this oxygen bomb in the ocean, and he couldn't breathe and died.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, Dr. Ijuin, the current scientist, knows his work is similar to Serizawa's 40 years ago. Kenichi and Mickey meet, and they theorize about whatever happened to baby Godzilla. He could be dead. Godzilla is becoming overpowered with his reactor messed up, and he's going to explode, which will vaporize Earth's entire atmosphere. That seems excessive.
Huh.
But if they attack and blow up Godzilla, it might even be worse.
And at that point, I said,
how could it be worse?
What is worse than losing Earth's atmosphere? I mean, that's kind of the end. A worse end, I guess. Okay.
Okay, so at the Tokyo Bay undersea tunnel, sort of a subway thing, the workers run into a snag. Their elevator shaft is melting. Turns out this is the same site where the very first Godzilla was killed 40 years ago. So they come right out and say this is not the original Godzilla anymore. But we knew that because a couple of episodes ago he, regrew from a time warp thing.
Uh-huh.
It's complicated. It
is surprisingly complicated how they've killed and brought back Godzilla.
Yeah, but they find signs of life in the soil sample that Ijuin took from the tunnel.
Signs of life, you say? Little creatures, you say?
Little radioactive life, you say?
Little radioactive life that grows and gets bigger, you say? That's not a spoiler.
Yeah. Well, anyway, there's a new monster in town.
Yeah.
There's giant, super deadly, radioactive Godzilla. And believe it or not, baby Godzilla makes a comeback.
He's grown up to be Godzilla-sized.
Mini Godzilla.
He's still kind of small, but, it's certainly bigger. I mean, he's not
Yeah.
like the little cute waddly baby but anymore. Yeah.
What's worse than Godzilla? Giant, flaming hot Godzilla.
Uh-huh.
Sounds like a Cheetos commercial. But this one ties into the oxygen bomb from the first film, which has never been mentioned since. It also have lots of nods to aliens, although this movie came out like 9 years before that.
Mm-hmm.
The Destoroyah creature design is very ambitious, but kind of silly looking and not too articulate. At one point, they flat out state that the original Godzilla was killed at the end of the first film, so this is a different Godzilla.
Mm-hmm.
But it was intended to be Godzilla's final fight until the 50th anniversary in 2004, the end of another era. They were going to retire him for a while and bring him back for the 50. But then there was that American version with Matthew Broderick that was a major flop, so they brought him back a little earlier than planned for the next film in 99.
Right, yeah. And then after that, there was a whole new era.
That Matthew Broderick movie was supposed to have been a trilogy.
Yeah, except it flopped so bad they disavowed it.
We're going to have to... I don't know. Have we seen that one officially?
I don't think we have, no. We
Well, we'll get there eventually, I imagine.
I have seen it, but I don't think we've seen it officially.
I didn't think it was all that terrible.
No, it wasn't awful. Yeah, but anyway.
Yeah.
There's a cool... Make sure you, if you do watch this, stick through the closing credits, because there's a cool montage of clips from the previous movies.
Yeah, Godzilla looked pretty hokey in those early films.
And you can really see how they advanced with the models and the rubber suit guy work.
I mean, it's still, even in this movie, a guy in a rubber suit, but
it's much
it's gotten
better.
so much better.
And the
yes.
models are better, and the backgrounds and so forth, yeah.
Money makes all the
effects,
difference. And color.
Well, and technology. Money and technology, yeah.
All right, next week, we will have, believe it or not, 5 more films for you.
I don't believe it.
Udo Kier recently died just this week.
Uh-huh.
And we're going to watch a couple of his films. They're something.
Oh, they are so weird and so good.
Yeah.
Well, I like the Frankenstein one better than the Dracula one, but both are good and weird. Yeah.
I don't know. I think maybe the Dracula one made a whole lot more sense. I don't know. We'll talk about it next
Well,
week.
neither of them really make sense. They're very entertaining, very weird.
And we'll also talk about the new football movie, Him. Yeah. And a couple others that we're not going to tell you about. You have to tune in and find out.
Okay.
Stop in next week at horrorweekly.com. Check out the podcast. Check out the newsletter. Or if you're a real greedy butt, check out the magazine at horrormonthly.com. That's got all our stuff in it.
Nice.
In the meanwhile, I'm Brian.
And I'm Kevin.
We'll see you next week.
See ya.